Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. You all, it seems as though Diddy is breaking the brother code and squealing on his BFF Jay-Z and uncovering him as a crook plan. There have been bits of gossip for a really long time that Jay-Z isn't the very stand-up fellow that he has been claiming to be, and truly, they're saying that the jigger is up in light of the fact that Diddy is going to forfeit him to save himself now. Diddy has been in a difficult situation with the federal authorities that just got considerably more serious after they stuck his home-in-law in Miami, keeping his children and his partners, and Diddy is on a straight path to prison. However, he isn't going to go down alone. Supposedly, he's squealing on Jay-Z. What's more, attempting to bring him down with him, as per an insider, Diddy is purportedly giving over proof to country security about how Jay-Z is supposedly the mind behind his wrongdoings. In return for decreased prison time, you all Hollywood is going to get reshuffled, and it won't be pretty. You all did is going do. And he has plainly got no designs to go down alone on the grounds that, in addition to the fact that he, squealing, yet purportedly is he squealing hard, he is in a difficult situation and he knows this. So he is supposedly offering the federal authorities tea and a ton of data on everyone and anybody he can in return for mercy, trusting that he'll some way or another have the option to remain out of jail. Now, one thing that many individuals don't appear to know is that the examination by country security is something that happened several days prior or even weeks. Yet assuming that you have significant insight into the federal authorities is that they don't move like the police. No. Now don't get me wrong. This isn't a dig on the police at the present time. However, everyone realizes that the federal authorities are more refined in the manner that they work. It frequently requires months or even a very long time for them to examine and construct an instance of this extent, and they possible. I take action when they are certain, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that they have their I's dabbed and their T's crossed. Furthermore, this makes sense of why they have a conviction pace of more than to 95%. However, to be fair, a portion of the cases don't go to preliminary in light of the fact that the guilty parties take a request bargain, yet one way or another, their task moves finished and they set aside the miscreants or use them to get other miscreants, and for Diddy's situation, country security isn't the main government office to have been examining him on the grounds that the FBI has likewise been monitoring him for over 10 years presently, particularly in regards to the reports that have been whirling since the 90s that he prefers young men excessively. Much if you catch my drift. As a matter of fact, back in 2013, the FBI questioned James Roseman, a medication boss, who had shut attaches with a ton of big names, and they got some information about Diddy having illicit relationships with young men, as per the court recording. During a post-op interview meeting with government examiners, James Roseman, the music chief turned cocaine top dog, was supposedly interrogated concerning the sexual inclinations of performers, including whether Diddy Combs was having private associations with underage young men, as indicated by a U.S. locale court. Documenting an investigator then, at that point, got some information about performers' personal inclinations, including yet not just Sean Combs, having close connections with underage young men. Now, one thing you all need to realize about the FBI is that they don't work in light of web-based entertainment paranoid ideas or TikTok reports or stuff on tattle web journals. In the event that the FBI was getting some information about Diddy and the claims, you all better realize they had some strong intel on Diddy, and they were searching for an actual proof to bring him down. So again, this implies that the federal authorities have been building a body of evidence against Diddy for a considerable length of time, and an examination that took this long shows that they truly got their work done on Diddy, and they were exhaustive. In addition to, it's not unexpected that they at last brought their argument against him, currently thinking about that he has been sued by 5 individuals in under a half year, all charging exactly the same thing. Cassie was quick to mess everything up, pulling back the drapery and showing us what Diddy was truly similar to in the background. As per her, let me let you know, it was not pretty. She guaranteed that Diddy used to put hands on her during their relationship, leaving her with wounds all around her body. She additionally guaranteed that he used to ASA her, routinely compelling himself on her. Despite the fact that she said no, like that wasn't awful enough, she asserted that he additionally used to pimp her out to male escorts watch while it was continuing and record her, yet it deteriorated on the grounds that reports Icawise have it that Diddy purportedly then shared the video around certain men in the business. 50 Cent was the principal individual to uncover Diddy for doing this, guaranteeing that Diddy was spreading the video around in a bid to humiliate Cassie when she left on phone and after the make right and the be like obvious reality. They sent me the young lady pictures, like photos of this young lady, like not that you all saw more regrettable, way more regrettable. Wow, are you messing with me? Why, like infiltration pictures and nah, come on, man. So from what he said, the recordings needed to have been taken during the oddity offs. The Diddy constrained her to do it, but it deteriorated by 50 cents since he called Diddy to tell him to continue, and from Diddy's reaction, 50 could tell that Diddy was the person who had been sending the recordings around. I truly sort of felt like those photos were not happening as a direct result of Cassie. I felt like there was occurring as a result of puffy right goodness. Wow! You understand what I'm talking about, cause when a young lady moves from a man and she overhauls boss be shaky, you know what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way. Particularly like the insane thing about this is that Diddy and FY Sit were operations and have forever been operations. So assuming Diddy was sending compromising recordings of Cassie to 50, who was an overpowered, could you at any point envision what he was shipping off individuals in his nearest circle? Better believe it. You couldn't envision being separated from Cassie. 3 ladies have emerged to blame, and one normal element is that they generally guaranteed that he purportedly sedated and afterwards saped them while they were out of it, which is extremely frightful work. At last, a 5th individual maker, Lil Bar, blamed Diddy for supposedly irritating him while they were chipping away at Diddy's affection collection. He guaranteed that Diddy got all sensitive, fey, and grabby with him and just acted improperly with him. He additionally discussed how Diddy purportedly tranquilized and saw him at one of the gatherings in Diddy's Miami house. He proceeded to say that the gatherings were more out of control than we could envision, and numerous of the young ladies in party passion being exceptionally youthful, excessively youthful to participate in the stuff that he depicted or to be even seen at that kind of occasion. He additionally uncovered that Diddy's child, Justin, was the person who assisted Diddy with getting little kids to the gatherings, despite the fact that he realized that they were excessively youthful for that sort of thing. The circumstance has been insane. However, I surmise the federal authorities at last got all the data they required on Diddy since they struck his home several days prior, and it was a concurrent buzz because they hit both these houses in LA and Miami simultaneously in a progression of facilitated strikes. The way that the assaults were composed sort of let us know how serious the case was on the grounds that they realized that Diddy would purportedly attempt to conceal proof on the off chance that they didn't hit simultaneously. And Diddy was not home during the strike, but rather his children. Justin and Christian were home. The federal authorities captured, handcuffed, and confined them. They terminated his homes. What's more, from the recordings that fit the web, the federal authorities resulted in a great deal of harm in the consequence, like this one that shows the music room music. Currently, Diddy's personal luxury plane was found in the Caribbean, and there were hypotheses that he had taken off the Antigua to dodge the federal authorities. As per reports, TMZ has followed Diddy's own Adoration Air LLC to fly the notable Dark Bay Stream 5 that Diddy has displayed and flown throughout recent years, and it seems to be the Air CFT that is as of now on the ground in Antigua, which is down in the Caribbean. TMZ proceeded to say that, in light of the flight action seen by TMZ, Diddy's fly has been out of control. California among Sunday and Monday, taking off from Sacramento Leader Air Terminal Sunday night around 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Palm Springs Worldwide Air Terminal about an hour after the fact, an hour after that around 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Diddy's fly took off from Palm Springs once more and arrived at Van Nuys Air Terminal, which is the LA Air, around 30 minutes after the fact, around 8:00 p.m. PT around 9 a.m. PT Monday. The stream took off from Van's Air Terminal and arrived eventually in Antigua. However, that really ended up being a deception, since Diddy was found in Miami worldwide. Air Terminal looking annoyed and extremely grieved. To be sure, I suppose you can't help thinking about what will occur next, Diddy and presently, and with this, you believe that Diddy would have been captured by the federal authorities currently. Right? I mean, assuming TMZ knows where he is, the F.A.D.A.S. excessively right. Yet it D. Oh, isn't exactly work like that for reasons unknown. Diddy is still around here, strolling free, breathing air while his children, his aides, and surprisingly, his supposed medication dinner are in C. So why in the world hasn't Diddy been captured? Well, as per reports, this is on the grounds that the federal authorities are utilizing Diddy to get some much greater fish. Purportedly, this entire situation is greater than Diddy, since he is only a little fish in a stupendous size of things. Now you all recall how I said that the federal authorities have an extremely high conviction rate on the grounds that most suspects take a supplication arrangement and narc. That is by all accounts the case here, on the grounds that purportedly the federal authorities are coming down on him to squeal on others in return for his child's opportunity and lighter sentence for himself. And supposedly one name that they are searching for is Jay-Z, as per Ann. Insider Diddy is eager to squeal on Jay and uncover him for his supposed job in the dealing ring. Now, this is a fascinating development. Thinking about that, there have been bits of gossip about Jay-Z. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.